If I'm running to be president, which A, I have to be right now independent. B, I have to at least raise $5,000. And C, most importantly, get majority of the votes to win. Of course, everybody knows that part. So, for the current people that are running, Hillary and Trump. Let's start with Hillary. How in the hell are you going to run for president and you can't even be honest? You got to have integrity. And you sit there and keep lying. What you going to do when you become president? Keep lying more and more? How can we trust you as president if you can't even trust you running for president? Are you kidding me? How much more crap are you going to pull? To me, that's like a wishy-washy president. We don't know what to trust that's coming out of her mouth. And Trump, he would just say anything. Just, hey, let's just put a border up and charge the Mexicans. Come on now. How much more racism do we need? We need a president who is a leader. We need a president who can understand the needs of America today, now, at this moment. Not create more problems. Because right now we have too many problems as it is. We got problems with racism. That's seriously going on more and more nowadays, which it shouldn't be. We also have problems with cops killing other people, which is part of, I feel like, racism. And then we have God is pretty much taken out of everything, which, to me, I feel like we need God more in this country than ever before. And then we have many other problems, homelessness, and the list goes on. For me, if I'm running for presidency, one, which I never heard from any of the presidency, or the ones who run for presidents, that soldiers, they say, oh, we should support our troops. But yet, when our troops go to war and then come back, they just leave them. We don't even care about them. I mean, we say, oh, good job, da-da-da-da. But when I'm saying government-wise, they don't care. They should be sitting there taking care of our troops when they come back. Making sure that they get re-involved into our society again. Because they've gone and seen too much shit. Excuse my language, but it's true. And they come back and they got all this stuff running through their mind and they start killing people. Which, to me, I can understand if you got post-traumatic syndrome, that you're going to sit there and then put them in prison and that because, oh, now they're criminals. Come on now. They served our country. We should serve them when they come back, making sure that they're well taken care of. To me, that's the most important for our troops. And our importancy is, okay, what the hell do we do with homeless people? If they're trying to get off their ass and trying to make something, I would support them. But if they're just going to sit there for 2, 3, 5 years and just remain homeless and just sit there trying to take money from American hardworking people, to me, hell no. We don't need any of that. That's a detriment to our society. That just only brings us down, just like criminals bring us down. And in a sense, I feel, somewhat raise criminals, but criminals also make their own selves too. I can understand if a person is homeless, hungry, and like, hey, I need something to eat. We don't give them food or give them shelter. And there's like, what else can I do? I beg for this, I beg for that. So now I'm forced to do something so I can live, so I can eat. So I feel like, hey, we should take care of people. They take care of people, they should take care of us, in a sense. Some mentality like that. It says, oh, you're no help, so just brush you away. if we support people and help encourage them to be better, of course people will say, hey, you're just living a fantasy life, that people are just going to be whatever they're going to be, bad or good. If we let them be bad, then how are we helping them? How are we helping ourselves? Because all we're doing is creating the situation. So, as for me, I feel like running for presidency, that we need some leader that can work with ethnic groups, that works with people, works with everything to make sure we run, not just run, I should say, that we create a better living style, that we have education for everybody, not just, oh, you're poor and that, sorry, we can't help you, you're just in the wrong environment, you're just wrong, whatever. Sometimes it bothers me just to even think how people treat other people. It's just, I see how everything, I feel, is created like this in a problem. So we need a leader who's smart enough to have a vision for a better future, one. Two, has people around him or her that encourages not just that person's behavior, but finds ways to make that dream or reality, or I wouldn't say reality, but had the vision to make it come true. Because if we just talk, sorry Trump, but if we talk like Trump, oh, we're just going to get rid of Muslims, just because Muslims are terrorists, you think? Muslims are not terrorists. Terrorists are terrorists, they're not Muslims. They think they're Muslims, but they're not. Real Muslims are not terrorists. So no need to get rid of Muslims. And we are immigrants ourselves. Everyone that's in this country is immigrants. Hey. So we Americans, we the people. So how are we going to say we, the certain people, not this group or that group, you can't, you got to go find another country, go bye-bye. Hell no. We got to support every single race. We might not accept their beliefs or not. Maybe not even have to try to understand, but it'd be nice to understand, because it might bring us, bridge the gap, so there'll be less problems. More understanding, maybe create less problems. Another issue, Obama. What the hell is with it? Your health care. Your health care sucks. Okay? Get rid of it. For me, if I'm president, gone. What the? We are supposed to be the freest country in the world, but yet we're not. We're like number 11 on the world chart for the freest country. In our health care, we should be number 1, not like the 20th or so. All about money, money, money. So how can we even take care of people? People are like, I need to make money. I'm a doctor, so I need to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Other countries, they have better health care. Their doctors make more. And yet, you don't see them complain about money. All I'm saying is, you go to a doctor, you should be taken care of. Not worrying about how much your insurance is going to cover or cost. Because, I get paid $200 a month. Pretty much, I don't have health insurance, but my health insurance, and I'm pretty healthy. My health insurance would have cost me about $200 a month, for one. Two, deductibles. What the? Are you kidding me? I gotta pay a certain deductible, and plus also I had to sit and deal with the insurance company. Oh, I'm on the way to ambulance ride. Oh, you needed you had to plan ahead before, so we're not going to cover this. Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to know I'm going to be in an accident or this or that and be an ambulance ride? It's like pre-planned. Are you kidding me? You just cheap ass don't want to pay. Come on now. That's all about is money in that. For me, I'd rather make a system for us that we can go to healthcare and don't worry about it. We can just go in, check in, get whatever fixed, maybe pay $100, and we're done. Instead of pay $100 now and then I gotta make 100 more payments. You know, how are we going to even succeed with this mentality? I don't know what insurance companies and the government thinking on this. It's like, hey, Americans, bend over because you're about to get screwed. Really? And we're sitting there, okay, we're ready. We're bent over. Come on, screw us some more. Oh, yeah. I say that enough is enough. Just like all these presidents talk about jobs. Well, I want to create jobs. How are you going to create jobs? There's a way, You ain't going to create jobs. Every president that came before you said the exact same thing. Even I can't say I want to create jobs. The only way I create jobs is get rid of people. That's the only way you create jobs. I'll be clear about that. Get rid of people meaning A, get rid of those detrimental to society. B, the ones that are illegals. Okay? Because if you're illegally in America, to me, you might not understand this, but I'll just say it like this. You go into the bank, you rob the bank, and then you turn around and say, hey, I want to open up a savings or checking account with the money I robbed from you and deposit it in there. And there ain't going to be no repercussions at all. Okay? We're cool. That's how illegal people, I feel, think in a sense. Like, they come into America, and then they want to stay in America, and they want everything be handed to them. To me, you cannot do that. There's got to be repercussions, because there's no way you're going to come in and just say, hey, just give me money, and I'm going to deposit the money. No. That ain't going to fly. No way. Y'all may have different opinion. That's cool. But that's my thinking on that. How I'm going to solve it, I would talk to my team and figure out the best possible solution to get done and rid of it once for all, because I feel it's hurting our society. Maybe it's kind of hard in a sense because we can't raise the minimum wage. The reason why I say this is we raise the minimum wage, we raise the cost of everything else. So basically inflation. If we raise inflation, that means everything is more expensive, which means it just makes it harder and harder for all of us. I would say either deflation, even, I don't know if that's possible or not, but start lowering the costs on things, on everything, apartments, whatever the cost of living, start lowering it. because I feel it's hand in hand that people are killing themselves working 3 jobs just to live. Nowadays, it's just like, are you kidding me? Really? I'm working 24 hours a day just to afford my food, afford my apartment, afford health care, and yet I have no life. And say, hey, this is American dream. This does not work. So that's another thing I'll look into and see how we can solve it and make it better for us Americans. Another thing is, Trump, you talk about jobs. How are you going to sit there and say you're going to create jobs, yet when people, you own a business, and if they don't meet your expectations, you're going to say, hey, you're fired. You're fired. Why not find a different position for that person that is more suitable to fit in? That'd be the more logical thing to do. Use that person's talent and other basic needs instead of saying, hey, you're fired. Because it's like you're giving us shit in one hand and telling us there's hope. And that's how we're supposed to accept it. For me, no. You're not going to sit there and tell me that's hope. Say, hey, yeah, I want to give you a job here, when all you're doing is giving us crap. Nope. I'm not playing that. We're not idiots. Us Americans, we are not idiots. We're not going to keep falling for that same old crap. Same with Hillary. We're not falling for your crap anymore, too. So, continuing on. For me, for running for president, yes, I'm a criminal. I served in prison for breaking my rules for 2.5 years. But that does not stop me from running for president. What matters is what I have envisioned and what I want to achieve and how I want to take care of the American people. That's the most important thing. So, I myself have been homeless for, let's see how many months. I was homeless 2 years ago for about 3.5 months, 4 months. I had no jobs. Harder for me to get jobs. Pretty much in poverty level, less than, let's just say 20,000, or around 20,000 a year. So for me, I can relate more to the people who are lower class and middle class, because for the people that are rich, you don't care about us. You don't care about the poverty and lower middle class. For me, I care about the poverty people and the middle class, just because those are the people that are suffering and hurting the most, and there's more and more distance between the middle class and the rich class. So if I can find a way to bridge the gap, great. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but if there's a will, there's a way. And for me, there's always a way. Just gotta find the key to make it fit. That's all. That's my thinking. So, I've never been rich my entire life. I've traveled overseas by my own means. I've been in Iraq, not as a soldier, but yet I did still in the military. But when I was in Iraq, I was basically a contractor working for KBR. So I've seen what goes on, and I know for the troops, it's hard for them to do that, and hard for the families too. And other things from my criminal background, if people are so worried about my criminal background, yeah, I can talk about that later. No big deal. But my also feeling is, most importantly, that no president yet has talked about is bringing God back into our great nation. Because we can't do anything without God. I'm really religious. So, for me, we had to bring God back into America. That's most important. If we are to have a, once again, blessed, wonderful, great nation, God has to be the key center into it. So, for now, this is my candidacy? How can I say? Opening for president. If you like it, let your friends know. Hopefully I get enough hits, and we'll see make a difference. Thank you for listening, and I am President Worthy.